Welcome to English with Fiona. We're going to learn English with the news today. So let's have a look here. Dua Lipa sues Samsung for $15 million for using her image without permission. So first of all, if we have a look at sues, okay, so this means that you legally demand money from someone else. You need to go to court to do it. So it's a legal process to sue. And of course, because of Dua Lipa, we have sues. So in the past, if we have sue, past tense, it would be sued, or in future will sue. Okay, so remember, it's a legal process. The lawsuit alleges, okay, that Samsung featured a copyright image. So you will often find with anything that's journalistic, you will use the word alleges, or it could be alleged. Okay, this means that you're providing a statement. There is not the proof yet. So alleges is the term that they use to prevent any legal action against themselves. The lawsuit alleges Samsung featured. Featured means it's the main point of something, to feature it, a copyrighted image of the artist on the front of cardboard boxes. So on the front of, it's a nice way to describe where the placement is. So it's on the front of cardboard boxes containing TVs. Right. Cardboard is what you get your deliveries in generally. It's a material stronger than paper, generally brown in color, and a box is a cube shape. Let's move on. British pop star Dua Lipa has filed a lawsuit. So this is the language you would use in a chunk, the collocation here, to file a lawsuit. This is the legal process of actually making the application to the court to do something. And she's filing the lawsuit against Samsung Electronics, seeking at least $15 million. So because this is a more professional text, we're talking about lawsuits and court cases, so they're using the word seeking, which means the same as looking for something, trying to find, or searching. Seeking and searching for at least $15 million. At least tells us that this is the minimum amount that they are wanting in the lawsuit. So at least the lowest amount. Right. So the 30-year-old, so note how we can use this to talk about age. The 30-year-old with the hyphens has accused the tech giant of using her image. Okay. So to accuse someone is to say that they are the person responsible for it. They are the ones at fault. So you accuse them, it's a statement, but a very strong statement saying you are the reason why this has happened. A giant, the tech giant, okay, so it's very large, so they're using it as the tech giant, very big company. The lawsuit alleges, we see the word used again, that Samsung featured a copyrighted image of the pop artist on the front of cardboard boxes containing televisions. So let's move on to the next part. So this enabled the company to benefit from what seemed like her endorsement of the product. So alleges again to protect themselves. If we say to benefit from means to have an advantage from something, to benefit from it. So it's to use something else to give yourself a better chance or more advantage. And again, here you see they use the word seemed. It seemed like her endorsement of the product. So if we say it seemed like, past tense, okay, or you see sometimes you'll see it written, it seems like. Okay, if it seems like, it means this is my impression of what I am understanding. So to me, it seems like you are doing this because you want to gain credit. And it is also a way of protecting yourself again, because if you say it seems like this, you're not saying it is this, but it seems like this. Correct me if I am wrong. Note often how they keep using the word alleges, alleged, past simple. The image alleged to have been used on the TV boxes is titled blah blah, and she is the owner of all rights, title, and interest in the image according to the lawsuit. So this is mostly just legal seek, saying that it is her picture, she owns everything, all rights, all title, all interest, everything is hers. The suit, okay, they're talking about here the lawsuit. Remember, you can wear a suit to work, a suit with the jacket, trousers, a tie. The suit they are talking about here is the lawsuit, okay, because it says it was filed, so it links with lawsuits. You file a lawsuit on Friday. She has also accused them of breaching publicity rights. Okay, accused, remember we looked at it earlier. So to accuse someone is to say that they are the person responsible for doing something. Her lawyers have attached screenshots of social media postings and comments in the filing. So the filing, it is talking about the lawsuit. To file a lawsuit, and we can also use it as a noun and say the filing. Claiming the singer's image on the front of the boxes drove potential customers to buy the project. So they're using drove here. So if we have the infinitive form of it, drive, not to drive a car, you can also drive a car, but you can also drive customers to buy something. She drove potential customers to buy the project. It means to push them, to persuade them to do something. It's like providing support, motivation, and incentive to do something. Then you drive them to do it, or in the past, drove. And remember, also the past participle is unusual, driven. One of the screenshots shows a fan saying that they would get the TV just because Dua is on it. Okay, so this is their motivation here. When they talk about they drove potential customers to buy the product, just by using her image. So just because, it's a phrase you will hear quite often in English, particularly with native speakers. We do something just because. So it means that something motivated us, something pushed us to do it. When they say when Dua is on it, they're talking about the box, the box, and her picture is on the front of the box. So just because Dua is on it. If you have a look here, we see we've got alleged again, and an infringement. This is quite a big word. An infringement means that they have done something wrong. They have stepped over a boundary that they shouldn't have. To infringe on someone's rights, or to infringe on somebody else's territory. Okay, to infringe on something. They became aware of this last year. So note how we have became, past simple. They became aware of Samsung's alleged infringement last year and demanded, again, past simple, the tech company stop using her image. But it repeatedly refused to do so. So here's our contrast. So last year, they became aware of it. They demanded, also in the past, that she stop using it. But the contrast shows it, and it is referring to the company, repeatedly refused to do so. Samsung's alleged unauthorized use of Lipa's image has caused and continues to cause dilution. Okay, let's have a look at dilution first of all. So if something is diluted, okay, it means that you add liquid to it so it doesn't have the same consistency it had before. It becomes less of what it was. And this is important, yeah, because they're saying that her image has become diluted. So they're taking away the strength of her brand, that consistency, that power of its pure form. And they say that, again, note the use of caused, so past, and continues to cause. So they're saying with their wording here that it's a past problem and is still an ongoing problem now, continues to cause dilution. Okay, we talked about the dilution, so it's linked to the brand identity, commercial goodwill, because now they are falsely conveying to the public that she approves of this. So falsely, incorrectly, not true. And conveying is you convey a message. It's to transport something from one point to another. You'll hear perhaps in an airport where you get your bags. It comes out on a conveyor belt, and that conveyor is transporting your bags, your luggage, around to you. In the same way, we can convey a message, we can convey a statement. And this one, they say it's falsely conveying to the public, the consuming public, so as consumers, we are the buyers, the consumers, to the consuming public that she approves of it and endorses it. In the last section, they talk about, they decline to comment about it, and they talk about pending litigation. So you'll see this often when there's a legal situation. People do not comment, do not say anything if there's pending. If something is pending, it means it's coming up in the future, still to come, pending. And litigation is a legal process. While Lipa's lawyers did not immediately respond to a request for comment on the case. So when they talk about, just the last point I want to point out here, in question, the products in question. If we discuss something, can be in a meeting or any situation where we talk about the something in question, what we're saying is in question is linking to that specific topic that we are talking about. So the question part of it, it's not actually a question, but it is being debated, being negotiated. That is why they use in question. Right, thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed that and learned some new vocabulary today. We'll see you next time.